r/AskMen. Depra said Seal Monkey says. Casually dating a girl who wants to be official, but comes with 2 kids and IDK what to do. Long read but I need advice badly. I 45 male, have been exclusively dating 33 female, for 5 months, and when we first started seeing each other I made it clear to her I wasn't at a point where I could seriously date someone, boyfriend girlfriend. Due to the fact I was only months out of a 8-year relationship and was still figuring things out being by myself now. She made it clear she doesn't casually date and only dates to be in a serious relationship. Well, we hit it off, extremely compatible for each other, probably the most compatible woman I've ever met. We like all the same things, same personality / sense of humor. You get it. So we agreed we would exclusively date, which means we are technically single, but we are seeing each other and are not pursuing other people as the goal is for us to slowly get to know each other and hopefully, eventually date. She does have 2 kids by 2 different men, but she is not your stereotypical girl with 2 baby daddies. She makes more money than me, master's degree, has her own house, very smart, kind, humble, again like a perfect match for me. She's only ever dated 2 guys, both long term, both her kids' fathers. I've heard her story and she's been through a lot of shit, a lot of trauma, a lot of people failed her. Her having 2 kids, and by 2 men doesn't bother me. I have no kids, and never married, but I still want kids and a marriage. I guess my only worry is the possibility of baby daddy drama with, not just 1 but 2 men. I've met her kids a few times doing outings and they're great. She doesn't always see eye to eye with her exes, but there hasn't been any real drama that I've seen. The past 5 months we have faithfully spent 3 days / nights together, the days she doesn't have her kids. She told me today her schedule with one of her exes is changing, and she will now always have one of her kids every day. She wants to continue seeing me as much as we have been, but now she will always have her kids, and she said, if I'm going to be around them that much then we have to officially date. It's a lot to take in today. A lot of changes. It's a big decision to commit to her with her baggage. I want to be with her, but it's going to be a night and day change. Her kids always around, officially dating. I want to, but am very hesitant and IDK what to do. Darker Shidrinoid says. It sounds like you've really thought about everything, except how you really feel. Are you nervous? What do you want in the future? Do you want kids someday? What will being official do to you, and how much pressure is it? Yeah, I know, duh, you're here to ask, because you don't know. It's just that I could totally spin your post as only thinking about what she wants. She only dates seriously, but it's only been 5 months. Is that really enough time to be official? Because you know people are different when you live with them, right? What do you want? Do you want more time? What exactly does official mean to both of you? Maybe talk it out with her? Sorry if this is all stuff you thought about. Best of luck. Crossprey says. Gotta pinpoint the fact that people are different when you live tota. When you go out and stay tota for a day or 2 it may make the illusion of who that person is daily, but living for some time in the same place can really show you the true colors. 123 Supreme 123 says. He says she's different, but it sounds like she's exactly the same. And he's running a mental circus to justify how he's different and writing a crazy essay. His life is choice though. Deep down inside he knows there's something wrong. If she's so great, the other 2 not so great dudes wouldn't have ejected. Or she would have picked better, at least by the 2nd try. Ask BD-1 or BD-2 the story, pretty sure it'll be way different than the lie she concocted for the opus. He wants kids. He can shoot for being BD-3. At least you know she's fertile like the Nile River. Sammyscape 1550 says. Give it a go mate. You'll regret the what if you never at least try. And if it doesn't work out so be it, but Don't get her pregnant. Captain Kinkok says. Remand 9 months. Funkmaster 29 says. Ha frick man. Jackie Arford says. Bro, it's a package deal, because a good parent should always prioritize their kid. You have to understand if and how much it bothers you. Lubinsky says. This dude's at such a point in life that most of the available women will have kids. If these women are worth anything, their kids will be around plenty. If he was child free, it'd be a different story. Freenliffen9858 says. My Reddit friend, if you really wanted this, you wouldn't have formulated this essay. If it isn't a frick, yes then it's a no. Do yourself, her and the kids a favor and end it. Cosma Humanist says. Respectfully disagree with you. Just because someone has reservations and comes to Reddit for advice doesn't mean the situation isn't worth pursuing. Prize Consequence 568 says. Casually dating a girl who wants to be official, but comes with 2 kids and IDK what to do. End it and move on opus. What now 2202 says. Move on to what? He is 45. How many child, divorce and trauma-free women who also want him are out there? Dealrig says. 35, 40 wild woman with 2 children from one guy in marriage is very different from one that has every kid with different guy. Very different. 9 of 1 says. Dating at 45 means everyone you meet is going to have baggage. Rosario Roseo says. That baggage doesn't have to be 2 kids by 2 different men. The kids, and, by extension their dads now become permanent fixtures in Op's life. When you haven't got children yourself it's hard to conceptualize what it's going to be like. There is a lot of compromise and sacrifice involved with raising kids, and when they aren't your own that comes with the added reality that mum can leave and take them out of your life at any time. Sardonic says. Bro, don't. The 99% one says. I mean, there's hardcore mode, and then there's this. Alkstagrid says. Well it seems like you made it clear that you don't want to seriously date anyone and explore more options, and she has made it clear that she only seriously dates and goes in official relationships. You guys simply aren't compatible with the point you guys are in life. Not saying that's bad for either of you, but you should not rush into a committed relationship with someone with that much baggage after an 8-year relationship. It honestly just wouldn't be a good idea. In my opinion, if I were in your shoes I would not even consider a woman like this to be someone I would commit to. She could honestly be a great person, but the fact that she has 2 kids from 2 different men does set off a lot of red flags in my head. However, to each their own. Do not make a decision that you feel you need to make because you like her. Make the decision for you, no one else. r/AskMen. Muted explanation 751 says. To y'all with a taller girlfriend, what is it like to be the shorter one? Any interesting or funny implications that the rest of us might not think about? Rudad7901 says. Dated a 6'5" chick for a few months once. I'm about 5'9", for reference. Missionary was fun, recommended if you're a boob man. Appalora Cat of Fluff says. OMG yeah, being the perfect height to suck on tits during missionary is great. One of the many things I miss about hooking up with taller women. Both Holiday 1489 says. I'm a 5'10" male college student. Tall girls, my same height, or even taller than me, have my heart. Point blank. Some people are taken back, but it's just my preference. Eponymoustichola says. I'm 5'10" and I one time dated a girl who was 6. She was a very sexy, very leggy brunette. I was used to being the one who had to lean down a little for a kiss. That was an adjustment. Bedroom stuff was an adjustment too. When a girl that tall wraps her legs around you, there's no better feeling in the world. DRF4RTB4RF says, I second this. My current partner is 6 feet 1 and I'm 5 feet 11. I've heard many girls wrap their legs around me during sex, but when she does it, it's just a whole different feeling. Spooning suck though. Usana Mesifi says, when I'm struggling to see over a crowd she lets me sit on her shoulders. Arpagiri says, my GF is way taller in heels. She's like a model down a runway. I just hold her hand looking up to the side at her, like she's taking me for a walk. Dnes just Nuteredrana says, I bought an aerobics step to help us make up the height difference. She has long legs, and our bits don't align the best during standing sex. So I decided to step up our sex game. Hodafu Kryal says, I'm 6 feet 1, my girlfriend is 5 minutes and 11 seconds. When she puts on heels she's taller than me. I think it's sexy AF when she does. Probably why I smile so much when we are out for date night and she has heels on. She's also a bit of a head turner too, which makes it even more sexy AF for me. Kimchi Cowboy says, I'm 5 feet 6, my ex-wife was 6 feet 0. Only got looks when she wore heels. Maximum Plant 2545 says, was with girl who was 6 taller than me for 6 to 7 years. Sex was great. She could put her legs over my shoulders comfortably, made for a great angle for deep strokes, and I need all the help I can get to go deep. Babyana says, she's a foot taller than me, she's the cutest girl ever, and also sitting on her lap is fun. It's funny having to look up at her though. Merblethek Gnome says, my wife and the vast majority of the women I dated before here were shorter than I am, but there was one who was about 7 inches taller. I'm 5 feet 10, she was 6 feet 5 inches, boobs were always at eye level. Not complaining, but that is just how it was. Zapedvula says, I had a girlfriend who was 6 feet 4 inches. I love how she wrapped her arms and legs around me. Ianrect 802 says, my wife and I are about the same size. With heels on she practically towers over me. I don't mind it at all. Sex is rockin' with a girl your height or better. Radiant Earth Goddess says, partner and I aren't exactly a girlfriend-boyfriend couple, but we still look like a straight couple to strangers. Partner has zero problems being the shorter one, but no really noteworthy implications. Sharing clothes is fun. Alex says, I'm 6 feet 1, my ex-wife was a ½ inch shorter than me. In any kind of heels she was taller. Complete non-issue. We had plenty of real issues though. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.